Hello, hello everyone, no face review. Alright, I'm gonna get right into it. Today, we're gonna be talking about. Shit, what was I gonna be talking about? Yes. We're gonna be talking about, are you special? Do you think that you, as an individual, are special? Are you. Now, let's talk about what it means to be special. My interpretation of what it is to be special is to be very different to someone else. So, I would say Elon Musk is special. Now, does a special person have to be a good person? No. I would also argue that Hitler is special or unique. Uh, but I guess you could argue that special has a kind of positive like connotation to it. Like you could say, "Oh, you're special." Like you wouldn't say you wouldn't say someone who's like awful like Hitler. You don't use special to describe them as a person. You know what I mean? So maybe special, maybe unique. You would say unique, but you wouldn't say special. I feel like now that I'm thinking about it out loud, special is more of a word you would use to describe like someone good. Usually, I would say. By the way, I got a little live audience. Love that. Anyway, so yeah, I'd say it's more to be special is to be is usually to be good. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'd say Elon Musk is special. I would say Martin Luther King was special. I'd say Jesus Christ, whether he had the powers or not, he was most likely a real person, but he was special. I guess. So with that being said, yeah, when you say someone is special, you don't really give them you don't really say that they're bad. Usually not. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe yeah, different or unique. Or you'd say Hitler is. This is weird. All right, I'm sorry about this. We'd say Hitler is weird or unique. You could call it special. Technically, matches the thing because you don't have much people like him out there, but I feel like special is usually more more related to a positive thing. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Tell me down below. But with that being said, now that we've kind of roughly not really established what it is to be special, are you special? Well, let's take me as an example. Um, do I think I'm special? I don't know. Well, first of all, what do you have to, the next question is, all right, now that we've established like the top people that are special, I should really be trying to ask, all right, how do I be special or how do I know that I'm special? Well, what does the average person do every day? Cuz I guess you could say I guess you could say that someone who does something like everyone else isn't special. But at the same time, no matter who you are on this planet, you're there's see the thing is that kind of makes me feel a bit off about this is that I always try to look for the best in people. And if I'm trying to look for the best in people, one of the best qualities a person can have is that they're special. So I already assume, by default, no matter what kind of person they are, ooh, maybe specific people, but I'll get into that soon. But most people have a unique trait to them that is no one, because there's 8 billion people on this planet. I'm not going to say that you are completely unique and there's not a person that's almost exactly like you. Because the reality is that the reality of that is unlikely. There probably is someone exactly like you. There's probably someone exactly like me doing very similar stuff, trying to do all of. So with that being said, I don't know. With that being said, I guess well, let's think about what kind of person isn't special. Someone who isn't special is someone who isn't special is someone who I don't know. I guess someone who's boring usually isn't special. But no, that's not really tied to what it is to be special. If someone doesn't speak and they're not mute, that's rare. So technically, that's, you could argue, oh, they're special, they're unique, they're different. But I don't know. It's tough, alright? It's tough. I would just say that someone special. Okay. I need to really structure this, alright? I'm trying not to use notes. Someone special is. How unique someone is closely tied to how special someone is, alright? I think that's true. They're not the exact same thing, but they're closely tied together. So, people who go to Harvard, they're special. People who conform to one group and stick by the group, and their ideology, all their ideas is based in that group, no matter what the group is, no matter what the opinions they hold, they usually are not special, right? Because there are so many people like them. So we got that. Now let's try to bring the line. Let's try to get the thing closer. Like, what's the bare minimum you have to do to be called special? That's what I'm trying to do. Is this enough? Would I say that? Well, I wouldn't say I'm special. I don't think I'm special. Do you have to be in a relationship to be special? Because you clearly have to be doing something that a lot of people aren't doing to be in a relationship. So, I don't know. Do you have to have a lot of friends to be special? Or do you have to have no friends to be special? Or, I don't know. I would just say it's how unique do you have to be special? Because I think everyone's unique in their own way. I really do think so. Even if you're in like a group with the same mindset, you're still unique. You're not the other person. You're unique. Even though there might be someone almost exactly like you, they're not you. So I'd say every person on this planet is unique. Alright. We've done that. Now, I guess the next question would be, alright, if everyone's unique... I don't know. I just think that... Okay, let me think about it like this. What should I do to become special? Well, to become special... Okay, well, let's think. Everyone when they were younger, when they were kids, used to think they were special. They used to think because, well, if you were born in a healthy household, you were one of the most important people on the planet, alright? I remember feeling that way. I remember my parents loving me. I used to be like, oh, okay, I'm really, really important, alright? And that's normal for a kid to think that because, first of all, you don't hang around with a lot of people. So the only reference you have is usually the people that love you. So with that in mind, you would say that, alright, people give me this much attention, I must be special in some way. But, you know, what we don't understand is that, first of all, there are people that don't love you unconditionally, and second of all, yeah, your parents love you unconditionally. Hopefully, at least. So that's why I'm like, alright, if you're... But it doesn't... Just because your parents might love you unconditionally doesn't mean that you're special. Because once again, most families, not all of them obviously, but most families love you unconditionally. Or at least to begin with when you're a little child, you know, sometimes some things might happen and dynamics might change, but usually your parents love you unconditionally. So, with that being said, I guess when you're young, you could say that there's nothing that... I was gonna say, when you're young, there's nothing that differentiates you from the other child, but at the same time, in my opinion, where you're born, who you're born from, like what you look like, or at least what you look like when you're, like what your genetic code is, that's the purest form of luck. So I guess if you're Elon Musk's child, I would still call Elon Musk's child pretty damn special, because their lifestyle is so different, right? or maybe not even Elon Musk child, like any like big names child, they haven't done anything, but I would still call them special. I think that's fairly normal because they're huge, right? I feel like it's reasonable to call them special, but then it just adds another layer to the whole thing of, okay, if they're special, then do you need a certain income to be special? Alright, so I'm trying to give examples that usually the richer, like if a family's super rich, their child is usually special, but am I saying that by default, kids who were born in lower income families are not special? I wouldn't say that. No, I would not say that at all. But I don't know. I feel like, okay, let me scratch this. Let me redo. Being special means being different. Being different usually in a good way. Alright? That's what I'd say so far, right? That's the first piece of it. Being different in a good way usually implies that you're special. Alright. Do you, to be special, does that mean you've done something, or does that mean people around you or your lifestyle has to be, does your lifestyle or people around you have to be unique and special for you to become special? Like, for example, a rich kid versus a middle class kid. Well, no. Well, once again, it depends. It depends on if you were to take the two kids and say, okay, which one is more special. If you were to take two babies, okay, yeah, that's good. If you were to take two babies, one upper class and one middle class, you would usually say, oh, the upper class baby is more unique because it has something that most people don't have. I think that's fair to say. I'm not saying they're better than the other baby, but I'm saying you can argue that they're more special. But that's just the first piece of it. That's as a baby. But when you get to someone my age, I think class matters a lot less in terms of, oh, are you special or not? So would you say, for example, if there was a super rich kid and he did nothing but play games all day, sit around, lazy, that barely passes his, like, whatever school system you're in, or you have a lower class kid who aces every exam and is able to go to the top university, they're more special. So I guess that's another dimension to the whole thing. But here's where class gets reverted afterward. If you were to have an upper class kid, or an upper class child or whatever, who is really successful versus a lower class kid who is really who is really successful, you would then say the lower class kid is more special than the upper class kid, because they had to do something, because I feel like you can kind of like the higher your income is, the more likely, the higher your the more money, the more wealthy you start off with, the more wealthy you're likely to be. All right. So with that logic, yes, the lower class child did something that's more unlikely, therefore they are more special. All right. But let's say you have an average guy, a completely average guy who is a player, for example. That's going to be interesting because, all right, they're completely average and they're a player. Let's say they're not even good or bad looking. They're average, all right. With today's statistics, and like soon I'll do a bunch of editing where I've got like a bunch of statistics and like cool stuff. I'll show how interesting things. But the point I'm trying to make is, what was my point? is a person that's average and is a player more special or less special than the other two? I would say less special. Okay, why am I saying less special? Because I'm saying it's harder to be successful than it is to be a player. Alright, so I'm saying that's kind of uncovering another slice of the cake or the pie or whatever. Because I'm saying, alright, the more adversity you face, the more special you will be, because it's hard, because not much people can face a lot of adversity, especially nowadays. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Okay, well, in the last 4 minutes, how would I define what it is to be special? After all of that rambling. Well, to be special, you have to be unique. Alright? To be special, you have to be unique. I think that's all there is to it. And usually the term special, because unique is different to special, you have to be good in some way. Once again, we said that, or at least I said, you would call Hitler special, but that's not the term you would use to describe him. You know what I mean? You could describe him as especially awful, but I would say Martin Luther King is special. I would describe him as a special, unique individual. I wouldn't describe Hitler that way. So I feel like most people's goal, humans. Okay, this is a last 3-minute rant now. Humans want to be recognized. All right, most humans want to be recognized. Now, to be recognized, you usually have to be special. All right, so, or at least my main goal, I know for a fact, is to leave a legacy and be very, very special / successful, because they correlate with each other. The more successful you are, usually correlates with how special you are. All right. So with that in mind, everyone wants to be special in some way. If one of the worst things you could say to someone is stuff like "you're boring," or "you're not special," especially when a kid is young, because that fucks with them almost. If there are parents who don't love their kid very much and they say, "Oh, you're not special, get over yourself," blah blah blah. Maybe like you can't make them be egotistical, but if you say you're not special, that really is bad for a kid. How do I know this? I mean, I feel like it's almost knowledge. I should be pulling up facts soon in my new better edited videos. I will, but now I'm just trying to see how this camera works, and it keeps goddamn stopping to record every 5 minutes. So sorry. I hope it doesn't sound janky, but yeah, what it is to be special, to be unique, to usually be good, but even with that being said, usually be good, I feel like that's not part of the definition of being unique, special, that's what the word I was using. So, I don't know. I mean, if you look at it in a kind of romantic way as well, alright, if I might stop at any time because I feel like it might stop soon, but if I'm in a relationship, I'm usually also looking for someone that's special as well. I don't know if that plays a role into it. Fuck. I don't know. I'm so sorry if this was a confusing, weird, bad video. I'm just trying out the camera mainly, and the topic is just a bit goofy, so I hope I don't sound too goofy. Yeah, sorry. See you guys in the next video. Bye.